Hey y'all, we're gonna do a little bit of tooling here if you want to watch. We'll go around this colt. This will be one of my Anaconda holsters when I'm done. Notice how I turn the leather as I go instead of trying to go around it. Blend the edges in a little bit so it's not so sharp where we pressed it. Alright, that'll be south tan, that'll be dark brown. Now we've got a bevel around this a little bit. This is a number 5 beveler. You want to keep your bevelers nice and sharp. I sharpen mine about every other day. I usually just use green paste on a buffing wheel. The thing about working leather is every piece is going to be just a little bit different. Sometimes it'll drive you crazy because you'll have a really good piece of leather, but it'll have a spot in it or something, you just can't use it. You just have to do it again, or if you were to get so far and make a big mistake, start over. I don't start over near as much as I used to when I first started, but sometimes you can fix it, sometimes you just have to start over. The reason I do cutouts on my holsters is simply, back in 1975, my mom bought my dad this little Colt Frontier, and the holster he had was a old Hunter 101 holster, I think it was, but it had a cutout, and when I made this design, I guess I was thinking about Dad, and made the cutouts, but I do them without the cutouts sometimes. Let's go ahead and use this bevel edge tool here. We'll go around this. These are called camouflage tools. Slade, I'm tired. It's hard to think of words right now. Notice how I'm holding the tool up here? It's balanced. You don't want to grab it down here and try to do it like this. You want to let it right there sit in your hand and rock it. Keep from wearing you out. This gentleman wanted his initials on this holster. He wanted WT. So we'll get in here and find. Since this is the Anaconda, we can use a little bit bigger. Since there are only 2 initials, we can use these. Figure out exactly where they need to go. Fold this over. Line that up. Get our W. If I do more than 2 initials, I will make a press tool. Just keep them together, but 2 initials works just fine. Stamping wise, you get more than 2 though, you run out of room. See how I rock that around? That gets it everywhere. Here's the T. Rock it around. Alright, this one will be black because this holster is going to be mahogany and black. And now we're going to, this part around here will be beveled after it's sewn together, but we'll go ahead and bevel the top part of this holster. This is one of my original designs. Every holster I make, I have designed myself. I start out with the gun and work outwards. If you ever see something similar to what I do, it's either that we've thought the same way or they've copied me, because I tend not even to look at other people's work because I don't want to copy. I like to have original thoughts. I have had people copy my design and then turn around and copy my ad that I made for that design almost verbatim. It used to make me mad, but now I just don't care. I just do me better than them. Y'all, after I turned 50, I don't worry about anything anymore. I figured, Lord's let me live this long. Every day is a blessing. There ain't no need to stress about anything. Just do the best you can every day and go on. If it works out, it works out. If it don't, it don't. It really don't matter. All right. It's back where it goes. This is just a little short video of me trying out this new camera, and hopefully I'll get better at being a little bit more entertaining. But I am who I am, and if you watch me, I sure do appreciate it. We're going to tool around this right here, and then I'm going to call it a night and turn this off. Let's see. I want a bigger camouflage tool for this. This will work good. Now, leather's starting to get dried out a little bit. When you're tooling, you need to case your leather. And some people do crazy things like soak their leather. I never soak mine. You take a damp sponge and you don't want it sopping wet. You just want it a little wet, and you just get that leather to change color like that, and you'll feel some heat come off of it usually. You don't have to get it super damp. You just want it a little damp. And as the color starts coming back into it, you know it's ready. If you get it too damp, it'll get mushy and it won't take a good impression. See how good of an impression that's taken. We'll go back, pick these up. The only leather I use is Herman Oak, grade A tooling leather. When you buy it, it's going to be grade A, grade B, but they're grading the entire hide. And when I cut my hides, I cut out the back part is what I use, the premium, for my holsters, and then I do other things with the belly. Like I make a lot of my little rounds I send out come out of that. Some links I do for other things. If you'll notice, I hit this. Sometimes I hit it twice, sometimes I hit it 3 times, but I always roll. I usually do 3 on the bigger ones and roll as I go, and that gets you a better impression than you just hit it 1 time. When I first started, I hand sewed everything. I hand sewed the first 1,000 holsters. And then I had carpal tunnel surgery, and then I bought that Cobra Class 4 over there. I tell you, a sewing machine is a lot cheaper than carpal tunnel surgery. After about the first 5,000 holsters, I bought the laser because I can't cut fast enough to keep up with the volume of holsters I end up doing. Now I'm going to stop right there because there's really no need to go any further because this part's going to cover that anyway. Now we need to tool around and the conduit before I forget to do that. And that'll make you more mad than getting it all sewn together and looking down there and thinking, I didn't do that, and have to start over. Because you can't really tool if you can't lay it flat. And the reason you use a marble, like a hard rock, is because you get a good impression. If you try to do it on wood or something soft, it's not going to work as good. And everything in my shop, I know I have a lot of tools and stuff now, but keep in mind that's years in the making. Because when I started out with a pocket knife and a scrap piece of leather, and I didn't know a thing I was doing. I just wanted a little holster for a NAA Wendy had bought me for Valentine's Day. And I figured out how to do that, and I just never stopped. And I've done about 40,000 holsters at this point, which is crazy, but that's been 13 years. And this is what I do every day. It adds up. You do it long enough. Well, y'all, if you've hung me this long, I appreciate it. I'm going to end this video now. And that's how you tool a cowboy holster. Y'all come see me, Daniel Franklin, SouthernCharmHolsters.com. Bye.